Welcome to episode 2 of Crime, Cocktails, and Cats. I'm Haley,
And I'm Amanda.
and today we don't have a specific drink. It's kind of a mixture of a bunch of different drinks made into a slushie. And I mean, it's damn good.
Really is. Ninja slush, best thing ever.
Mm-hmm. So, the case we'll be covering today isn't a super long one, but it is one that has irked me since it happened. I've been following this since it first happened, and I've been keeping up with it. So I knew I had to cover it. The case we'll be covering today is Nancy Ng. She is a 29-year-old Chinese American woman. She disappeared while kayaking on Lake Atalin in Guatemala during a yoga retreat. And she had gone on this yoga retreat one other time. So she knows what happens. She's done it before. And it's
Been there,
it's
done
usual.
that. It
Yeah.
should be safe and comfortable for her.
Yeah, and it would give her a nice break from her job because she was a teacher aide working with special needs kids.
Oh.
So she was a really sweet person. So the actual incident, Nancy and 9 other companions went off on a kayaking trip on the lake, and everyone started leaving. And according to reports, there was only 2 other people on the lake: Nancy and Christina Blazek. Kitty guess, gosh.
Meet Dexter and Loki over there.
So they were kayaking together when, according to Christina, Nancy wanted to go in the water for a swim.
Okay.
So when Nancy goes in the water, she disappears. She pushes her kayak away, and Christina can't see her anymore. So Christina states that she held on to Nancy's kayak to prevent it from drifting, and she vanished from sight. She returned to notify the group and the hotel staff who initiated search efforts, whereas the group also, they declined life vests when they went out, which they were offered them by the rental company in which they were renting their kayaks from.
Yeah.
And they declined them, which felt odd to most people.
Was this a decision by both of them?
This was everyone in the group.
Oh.
Yeah, every single person in the group.
All 9?
Yeah, everyone declined.
Interesting.
Yeah, so it just feels odd. Why would she do that?
Honestly.
Yeah. So after this happens, the group ends up just leaving.
What?
Yeah, so after she goes missing, they essentially go back to their place, get all their stuff, leave.
Oh, okay, come on. That doesn't scream shade?
Mm-hmm. Everything about it feels so off-putting because they notified people and left.
Wow.
And poor Nancy didn't come.
And because it happened in Guatemala, and I'm assuming these guys are American.
Yes, they're all American.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So after Nancy's disappearance, her companions left Guatemala abruptly, raising obvious suspicion. And there was a lack of cooperation from the group to work with the local authorities, which was a very big obstacle because the only people that saw her before her death won't talk.
Wow.
Even after her family begging them to go talk to them.
God, how do you do that?
It's genuinely just beyond baffling.
Oh, that hurts my heart for the family to have to literally beg just for any little pieces of information, and you're getting nothing.
Yeah, I didn't actually write the exact quote down,
Oh.
but Nancy's sister, I remember it briefly. She said,
A little bit of a catastrophe.
Chaos of the kitties, as per usual.
Yeah.
I'm definitely including that in. That's
Nothing broke this time, so we're good.
That's a perfect example of living in our house.
Yeah.
We have Mitchell causing chaos. Knocked everything off my desk. Where was I? Oh, yeah. So she literally says that her and her family, they sit there and they wait by the phone every single day hoping to get a call about anything about Nancy. Because she was such a big part of their lives. Like, they were a very close-knit family. And it's gut-wrenching. So they send out a bunch of search teams. The family
Yeah,
paid for
yeah,
them.
I bet.
So they sent out divers, search planes, helicopters, all of that to try and search the lakes and drag it. What, I can't think of the word. The
Dredge
the
it.
lake for her body.
Yeah.
But after, even they've paused searching right now, but they have been searching for a long time.
When was this?
2022 or 3. I don't know if I actually wrote down the date.
Wow.
2023. Yeah, so they've been looking for her for quite a while now, and they had different search teams, a whole bunch of volunteer searchers looking for her, and they still have yet to recover a body.
I wonder if the Guatemalan police did any type of forensics on the surfboard boards.
The kayaks?
Kayaks, yeah. Because you would.
There wasn't a lot of investigation done, really.
See, that hurts my heart.
That's the thing that's off-putting about it, is there was not a whole lot of investigation.
That girl that she went out with is clearly
odd.
And
I think the weirdest part for me is every time that she talks, she's talking to her lawyer.
Oh, that's shady as shit. Come on.
It feels just very weird.
Sus. Hardcore sus.
So there's not a lot of theories that can really be made.
Yeah.
The only two big theories right now are obviously that Christina had something to do with it.
Yeah.
But even then, it still feels weird, because why would she have any motivation? Mm-hmm. There's nothing really connecting them at all. Just that they're both a part of this yoga retreat group. Or option 2 is that Nancy just wanted to go for a swim. The waters were rough, and the current drug her under. But the thing that feels weird about that option for me is still, where's her body?
Honestly.
Even, like, if there is some sort of, let's say, a cave system, a tunnel, anything that her body could have got stuck in.
Yeah.
Would the divers not find that?
Honestly, by now.
They've searched that lake top to bottom.
That's baffling.
And it's not like the lake is known for being a dangerous lake. It's fairly nice. It has its algae bloom periods, which you shouldn't really swim then. But other than that, it is a fairly nice lake. There's no real big issues on it.
Has the friend done any interviews with the police of any kind? Oh, see.
Not that we publicly know of. This case is a very quiet case. It's very odd. I've been keeping up with, there's a Reddit page for her, a subreddit community, and people have been trying to find stuff, but I was looking at it this morning and there's nothing.
That's brutal.
The only thing that has been posted in like the last 9-ish months are people sharing her photos to try to give hope, to spread the word.
Yeah.
As well as just informing new people. It genuinely haunts me to think about this case. Because I think I found about this case really early on. Like, it was just after she disappeared. And it's just, it's so confusing, because it should be such a cut and dry case.
Yeah. It's clearly a safe resort. This is her second visit. I'm sure her family had absolutely no issues with her going. They thought everything was going to be great.
Yeah, because she's done it before.
It's just another go.
And it's not like she's young and immature or something. She's 29. So obviously she's a smart woman. She's a teacher's aide working with special needs students.
Yeah.
So she's very much a competent, aware woman.
Yeah.
And the fact that she's just poof, gone, it just doesn't make sense.
It doesn't.
Everything about it.
It's so concerning, because even if she did something to her, if she killed her, how did she get rid of the body in the ocean?
It doesn't make sense.
Unless she had somebody she knew meet them out there with a boat.
But even then, who does she know in Guatemala?
Honestly.
It's baffling. And this is also, it's a very popular retreat place. It's where a lot of different people go for yoga retreats.
Wow.
So the fact that Nancy was the only one to disappear,
Yeah.
it feels very weird.
Yeah.
And at this point, they've paused search efforts because
it's been
there's what else can
well
you really
over a
do?
year. Yeah.
They've searched that lake. Her family still has hope they'll find something, anything to indicate what may have happened. But it's pretty much a close and dry case. There's not much open.
I get it. Them being from the US, this happening in Guatemala, I'm sure they've got completely different legal systems.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure they're probably like, it's an American. We'll do a little bit.
Yeah.
And the rest was probably done by the family. And that's just the fact that these people aren't talking to the family, they aren't cooperating in any way, shape, or form is absolutely terrifying to me.
And
terrifying.
See, the family is sitting there funding all of these search efforts. Hi, Mitchell. We got a guest. And her family's having to fund all these search efforts to find her. They're starting GoFundMes and everything to try and find her, but it's all they're hitting is dead walls. It's nothing.
Oh my God.
It is
it's baffling.
Quite literally horrific. Oh, a point that I apparently skipped over is Nancy's family says that if she directly was offered a life jacket, she would have took one.
Huh.
So it feels weird to them that she didn't take one.
That's very interesting.
It just really baffles me that no one wore life jackets. You're going out on a lake.
Yep.
That you don't know, obviously. It's not like it's a local lake somewhere that you have been to multiple times. You're comfortable. No, it's a random lake that you've been in maybe once, twice.
Yeah.
It's weird to me.
Me too. That very much freaks me out. And the fact that the friends just immediately packed up.
They quite literally they told the investigators and then just gone.
You don't try to help find her in any way, shape, or form at all. If it was you pack and bounce.
Like, even if it was a stranger you didn't know, you think you would still go and look and help because you interacted with her there. Even if it wasn't a lot, even if
you were still doing
something together.
Yeah.
Like, yoga retreats are kind of bonding in a way because you and this group of people are all doing the same thing every day. Everything about it is weird.
Yeah.
There's no clear evidence on what could have happened to her. There's no body. There's no nothing.
Wow.
It is horrific. That's
another one that just my heart absolutely breaks for the family. I could not imagine not knowing where you or your sister was, and the fact that it's a completely different country.
It's
honestly, I think I would have to pack up and move there, and I would just live on the water all day, every day, searching for you.
Yeah.
I couldn't. Oh, my heart breaks for them, and I hope that one of these people grows a pair of balls.
Yeah.
And does the right thing and gives this family some kind of answers. Because she went for a swim and never came back.
Yeah. It really does not make sense. Because that's quite literally all we've gotten from her. The waters were rough. Nancy went for a swim, pushed her kayak away. I grabbed her kayak and she went under the water and swam.
How big of a lake was this? Was it a freaking ocean?
Let me actually see. I can actually probably lake. See, I've been searching. Let me see if I can find the size of it because I didn't think to write that. Size. Okay.
130 kilometers.
But that's squared. So that's
all the way.
But it is quite a, I will include a photo, but it is quite a smaller.
Yeah.
Like it's not super big.
No.
I would say it's like your average lake.
When you said rough waters, I'm thinking Lake Ontario.
Yeah, where it's actually
massive. You've got a huge amount of space where bodies can be hidden, because we know for a fact that they pop up in Lake Ontario all the time. But this is just, you can literally see from one side to the other.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me at all.
Wow.
And it's not even like super super deep. Like there's deep portions obviously, but it's not a very deep lake at the end of the day.
Wow.
There's very few deep portions. It doesn't.
Wow.
It doesn't
make sense
at all.
Make it make sense, because it.
And it's not even a private lake or anything. This is a lake that multiple people are on. So you're telling me nobody saw her, nobody heard her, nobody saw her body.
I don't get it.
Because let's say she did go and drown. You're telling me her body has not popped up?
I wonder if there was any investigation done into this, the Christina?
Yeah.
Like maybe she was part of, I don't know, sex trafficking or something. And the reason that she was taking her out there was because she was meeting somebody who was going to take her away and traffic her. I know it's far out there, but it would explain why there's no body.
Yeah.
It would explain why they packed up and left immediately. There could have been other people in the group that were a part of it.
Here, I'm going to cut this in when we actually record it, but I believe this is the video of Christina's attorney's statement, if they're going to actually play it for me. Of course not. Why would they? Yeah. My client did not go anywhere with Ning. They happened upon each other on the lake.
So each of them went out separately, alone, to kayak on a lake that they...
She tried to tell her not to swim because it was rough out there and there was a good current. According to Blazek, the warning went ignored. Nancy went into the water and proceeded to push her kayak away, which then Blazek tried to receive. She kept one leg on her kayak and one leg in the other, trying to get her back to her, and got close. But then apparently she lost the kayak again and turned around to get it, and by the time she turned back around, Nancy was gone. And that's all they have. That's literally her statement. It's nothing.
Your big concern is the kayak?
Yeah. Like, I get you're renting it, but I don't know if that would be my main concern.
No.
Even if
that's the thing, though. She's in her kayak, so her concern is her own, not Nancy's. If Nancy has to pay to replace it, that's on Nancy.
Yeah, not on her.
Why is she so concerned with making sure Nancy's kayak is there? Why don't you make sure, I don't know, Nancy's safe? What?
Human life instead of a kayak.
Oh, I'd like to sit this girl down and have a nice little chat with her. Big old chat. Because that's messed up.
Yeah. So they like to say that she stayed and tried to help, but every other account I've seen other than her attorney says that the entire group fled.
Unreal.
So it's shady. Simple as that.
Yeah, 100%.
Literally.
How do you not...
It's just...
Oh.
Answers need to be given. That poor family. They'll never know.
No.
Until they hopefully, I pray to God, they end up finding a body. But even then, at this point, are you going to be able to tell who it is?
Exactly.
Because once you're under the water long enough, you're going to start to disintegrate, essentially.
At this point, even if they find anything, it's probably going to be nothing but bones.
Yeah. And then they're just going to call that a Jane Doe.
Yeah.
Call it a day. It's...
Wow.
Yeah. There's not a whole lot of this case, but it is one that I think of constantly because it's such a horrific situation. Like, not in the sense that it's like murder and torture like most cases are.
No.
It's just the thought of it.
She was somewhere where she should have been safe.
Yeah.
She had been before. She had a great time the last time she was there. I'm sure her family and friends all thought she was going to have a great time again.
Yeah.
And then she just never comes home.
It's terrifying. It makes you think. Like, that could be anyone.
Anyone.
Literally anyone. And it's terrifying to think about.
It really is. My God.
I'll definitely attach the link to some other resources as well as the GoFundMe in hopes that they eventually find her. I know there's not much they can really do at this point.
But hopefully somebody in that group comes forward. Somebody. Make it anonymous. Just give the family something.
That's the thing that doesn't make sense to me is how did nobody else, if you're telling me there's no one else on that lake, not a single person on that lake that saw something?
It doesn't make sense.
No.
None of it makes sense.
It doesn't.
Oh.
Wow.
I swear, we were watching the Brian Laundrie, Gabby Petito thing earlier, and the way that Brian's family backed him and just instantly lawyered up and no, we ain't going to say a thing. It's exactly how the rest of the people in this group acted.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense at all.
Wow.
But I feel like we can pretty much tie it off there. We've said all that can really be said.
Yeah. Again, our thoughts and prayers are with her family and hope that in some point they get answers.
Some type of closure.
Some type.
Well, we'll tie it off there. That is the end of episode 2 of Crime, Cocktails, and Cats.